If you're watching this, you're either about to fly to Australia and land in Sydney. I was looking for information on Sydney Kingsford Smith Airport here on YouTube and across the internet, but I couldn't find anything that really helped properly. That's why I've compiled this guide showing how to go through the airport from the moment you get off the plane, so you can save time and stress. How to move like an Aussie in Sydney Airport for a no-stress arrival and departure experience. Hi, and welcome to Sydney. Before beginning, a quick reminder, if you didn't see my video about traveling in business class for more than 12 hours, make sure to check that one after this video. Now, before booking your flight to Sydney, give yourself enough time between flight connections. Australian airports are efficient, but international arrivals can take a while because of biosecurity and immigration, depending on queues. Your first day might feel a little overwhelming: new country, jet lag, different accents. But once you're through the airport, connected to the internet, and on your way into the city, it all clicks. When you are still on the plane, you'll be given an arrival form to complete. If you want more details about this, don't miss my video for first-time travelers, the only guide you need on how to prepare correctly before visiting this country. Well, once you land after a very long flight, here's how you will move through arrivals. Have your passport and completed arrival form ready, or be prepared to use the e-gate if you're eligible. Proceed to immigration. Passport control officers will check your documents and stamp your passport. After immigration, follow the signs to baggage claim. Keep an eye on your bag tags. Follow the airport signage. Keep travel documents and any declaration receipts accessible. Next is customs and biosecurity. You may be asked to place bags or items on the screening belt or be selected for an inspection if you have something to declare. Empty pockets before screening, and be prepared to put footwear or electronics through the X-ray if asked. If lines are long, consider using priority lanes if you have status or a fast-track pass. Once you clear customs, you enter the public arrivals hall. The arrivals area has plenty of services and shops to make the transition easy: cafes and fast food outlets, snack kiosks, water refill stations, bookstores, souvenir shops, currency exchange kiosks, ATMs, tourist information desks, car hire counters, and SIM card vendors near the exits. But traveling without internet is not the kind of adventure we want. As soon as you arrive, I suggest buying a SIM card at the airport. Telstra has the best coverage, especially for trips outside cities. Other options are Optus and Vodafone. We heard very good comments about Optus, so we went with that one. You need to show your passport. It's required to buy the SIM. If you'll be in remote areas, an eSIM with wide coverage is your safer bet. There are taxis and ride-sharing options like Uber. We used Uber because it's very convenient after a long flight. Since Australia's public transport is easy to figure out, I suggest getting a transport card as well to move around the city. Each city has its own system. Melbourne, Myki card. Brisbane, Go card. For Sydney, it's the Opal card. That's the one we got. The next day, we just tapped with our bank card in a supermarket, and then we bought the Opal card. It allows you to use trains, ferries, buses, and trams, which are clean, organized, and honestly kind of relaxing. If you'll rent a car, bring your driving license plus an international driving permit if your license isn't in English. Now let's take a tour of departures. Start by checking whether you need to be at the airport for domestic or international flights. Terminals are separate at Sydney Airport. International flights usually recommend arriving about 3 hours before departure. Find your airline's check-in desk to drop off checked baggage and obtain your boarding pass. Proceed to security screening. After security, you'll enter the departures lounge where you'll find duty-free shops, fashion and electronic stores, cafes and restaurants, lounges, and gift shops useful for picking up last-minute items or souvenirs. Boarding gates are clearly numbered. Monitor the flight displays for any gate changes and announcements. To move smoothly through departures, pack liquids in checked baggage or compliant sizes, have your boarding pass and ID ready, and allow extra time for busy periods. Other information you will want to know if you are planning to visit more cities in Australia. The climate varies hugely. Southern cities have 4 seasons while the north is tropical. Check local forecasts for the exact regions you'll visit. Memorize local emergency contacts for the state you're in for police, fire, and ambulance. Australia is safe for travelers, though nature is powerful. If you're heading to beaches, note local flags and lifeguard advice. Don't underestimate the sun. UV can be extreme. Speaking about beaches, don't miss the premiere of our video in Bondi Beach, the iconic and famous beach with the world's first surf life-saving club and a lap pool right next to the ocean. You will not want to miss this.